everyone, it's Nora again. Longlegs 2024 isn't just another horror movie, it's a chilling descent into madness, a film that seeps into your subconscious and refuses to leave. Directed by Osgood Perkins, this eerie thriller blends psychological horror, occult mystery, and pure nightmare fuel to create an unforgettable experience. With Nicolas Cage delivering one of his most terrifying performances, Longlegs is destined to be dissected, debated, and feared for years to come. But what makes it a true cult masterpiece? Let's break down the story, the horror, and the deeper meaning behind it. If you love horror analysis, don't forget to subscribe to Support for Nora, guys. Since this is an in-depth analysis, it is inevitable that there will be spoilers, so this is the final spoiler warning for you. And now, let's get started. Longlegs follows FBI agent Lee Harker as she investigates a series of brutal murders that seem to have no logical connection, until she starts seeing the pattern. The victims, all from different backgrounds and walks of life, received cryptic messages before their deaths, strange handwritten notes filled with symbols and phrases that seem nonsensical at first. But the deeper Harker digs, the more she realizes that each message is part of something larger, something planned, something inevitable. The case takes a terrifying turn when forensic analysis links the handwriting in the notes to a single person, a long-rumored serial killer known only as Longlegs. Longlegs is more than just a man. He's a presence, a shadow that looms over the investigation like a curse. There are no fingerprints, no security footage, no clear method of entry at the crime scenes. The victims all seem to have killed themselves in horrific ways, but it's clear they were manipulated, coerced by some unseen force. The deeper Harker goes, the more the case stops feeling like a typical manhunt and starts resembling something supernatural, something impossible to comprehend. The killer isn't just choosing his victims at random. He's following a plan, one that has been in motion for decades. As Harker follows the leads, she begins experiencing strange phenomena. She hears voices whispering in the static of radio transmissions. She dreams of a place she's never been, a cold, empty house filled with flickering candles. At first, she thinks it's just the stress of the case, but then she finds something buried in her own past. Longlegs isn't just some distant nightmare, he's connected to her. The final act of the film is a descent into madness. Harker tracks Longlegs to an isolated farmhouse deep in the woods, a place untouched by time, where the walls are covered in the same symbols found in the victim's notes. She finally comes face to face with him, and the reality of who and what he is crashes down on her. Longlegs isn't just a man. He's a force, an idea, something that has been growing for years, waiting for the right moment to spread. Longlegs isn't just another serial killer thriller. It's a film that burrows under your skin and stays there, creeping into your thoughts long after the credits roll. From the very first scene, there's something deeply unsettling about it. The atmosphere is thick with dread, every frame soaked in a feeling that something isn't quite right. The way the camera lingers just a little too long, the way the sound design makes even silence feel deafening. It all adds up to an experience that feels more like a waking nightmare than a traditional horror movie. At the heart of it all is Nicolas Cage's performance as Longlegs. He doesn't play the character so much as he becomes something entirely otherworldly. His presence is overwhelming, even when he isn't on screen. The way he moves, the way he speaks, the way his voice slithers through scenes like a whisper you can't quite hear. It's impossible to shake the feeling that he isn't just a man. He is something much worse. Every time he appears, there's a sense of inevitability, like he was always there, watching, waiting. It's the kind of performance that turns a horror film into something legendary. But what truly sets Longlegs apart is the way it blends genres. It starts as a detective story, unfolding like a traditional FBI investigation. The murders are gruesome, the clues cryptic, the hunt methodical. But then, slowly, the film begins shifting into something else. The case stops making logical sense. The evidence doesn't add up. The patterns Harker uncovers seem more like prophecies than anything grounded in reality. The world itself starts feeling warped, as if reality is unraveling around her. This gradual descent into something supernatural is what makes the movie so unnerving. You don't realize when it stops being a crime story and becomes a nightmare, you just suddenly find yourself trapped in it. The horror in Longlegs isn't just in the violence or the body count. It's in the feeling that something much bigger is at play, something beyond human understanding. The film never fully explains what Longlegs is, which only makes him more terrifying. Is he a man, a demon, a vessel for something ancient? The movie doesn't give clear answers, and that's what makes it work. It taps into the kind of fear that lingers, the fear of the unknown, the fear that some things simply exist beyond explanation. Osgood Perkins directs with an eerie confidence, crafting a film that feels timeless, like something that could have been made decades ago, but also like something that shouldn't exist at all. The cinematography is cold and distant, yet intimate when it needs to be, pulling the audience into Harker's growing paranoia. The sound design is suffocating, filling the quiet with whispers, static, the kind of noises that make you question whether you actually heard them or just imagined it. Longlegs isn't just scary. It's disturbing on a level that's hard to describe, the kind of horror that follows you home. Longlegs lingers because it refuses to offer easy explanations. The story isn't just about an FBI agent chasing a serial killer. It's about something much deeper, something that gnaws at the edges of reality. The film plays with the idea of fate, of patterns that seem random until you step back and see the bigger picture. The deeper Harker digs, the more she realizes she's not just solving a case, she's part of it. The terror of the movie doesn't come from jump scares or shock value, but from the slow, creeping realization that nothing was ever random. The murders, the symbols, the messages, they all pointed to something inevitable. This idea of inevitability is what makes Longlegs feel so unsettling. It's not just about whether evil exists, but whether it can be stopped. Every choice Harker makes feels like it was already decided for her. Every discovery she uncovers feels like it was meant to be found. It raises the kind of questions that sit in the back of your mind long after you leave the theater. If something has already been set in motion, do you have the power to change it? Or are you just playing your role in a story that's already been written? The movie's ending refuses to give a clean resolution. Harker survives, but does she really escape? As she walks away from that final confrontation, there's something off about her. Maybe it's in her eyes, maybe it's in the way she carries herself, but something feels different. The last shot, a simple reflection, a glimpse of something in the dark, suggests that whatever was inside Longlegs didn't die with him. It may have just found a new home. That ambiguity is what makes the film so effective. It doesn't tell you what to believe. It just leaves you with the feeling that something is very, very wrong. That sense of unease is why Longlegs has the makings of a true cult horror classic. It's not a movie that spoon-feeds its audience or explains every detail. It's a film that leaves gaps, invites interpretation, and rewards those who go back and watch it again, looking for clues they might have missed the first time. The symbols scrawled on the walls, the whispered words buried in the sound design, the way certain scenes mirror each other. Every detail feels intentional, like a puzzle just waiting to be solved. It's the kind of horror film that will inspire theories, breakdowns, and endless debates. Was Harker always meant to take Longlegs' place? Was there ever a way to stop what was happening, or was it always going to end this way? What was Longlegs really, and did he ever truly die? These are the questions that keep a movie alive long after its release, the kind of questions that turn a film into something bigger than itself. Longlegs isn't just a story. It's a lingering nightmare, one that refuses to fade, no matter how much you try to shake it. Longlegs is more than just a serial killer film. It's a slow, creeping infection of the mind, a story that lingers long after the final scene. Its themes of fate, manipulation, and the inescapable nature of evil make it the kind of horror movie that sticks with you, begging for deeper analysis. Whether it becomes a cult classic or an underground legend, one thing is certain: it won't be forgotten. What did you think of Longlegs? Let's talk theories in the comments, and if you love deep horror dives, make sure to subscribe for more breakdowns. Goodbye, and see you in the next video.